Well, the game's being played in protected environment bubbles in order to ensure the health and safety of all the participants. So all the games here in Group D will be played in Bahrain. So Lebanon have already beaten India. And then on the 29th of November, Iraq taking on Lebanon. And Bahrain will take on India. This is how Group D currently stands. So Lebanon and India, of course, have just played that one game extra. Lebanon have maintained their perfect start, 3-0 start for them. So they top the group. And a really important window coming up for Iraq. They lost their opening games all the way back in February when the first window got underway. So they really need to ensure that they have a really good weekend coming up here. It's going to be difficult today as well, this evening here in Bahrain, obviously on their home court. All the matches in this group being played in Bahrain. Try and ensure the health and safety of all the players. So the games of Groups A and D will be played in Bahrain. And the games of Group E will be played in Doha, Qatar. The next and final window of the FIBA Asia Cup 2021 qualifiers. That'll take place in February next year, the 18th to 22nd of February. Top 2 teams in the standings of each of the 6 groups at the end of the qualifiers will qualify directly for the FIBA Asia Cup of 2021. And the third place teams in each group will then proceed to play in a separate tournament to determine the remaining 4 teams that will complete the 16-team field of the FIBA Asia Cup 2021. So Bahrain have already been introduced. And here come Iraq, lost to Lebanon 87-68 in the first window, and then lost out to India 94 points to 75. They certainly have the quality in their team to try and bounce back, though. But concentration really is a must for them in this second window. They really have to get off to a good start, ideally here this evening against Bahrain. So we will just pause momentarily for the national anthems. So national anthems completed. We're just assists in the opening couple of games. Let's have a look at Aziz Bekir, the head coach of Iraq. Hassan Abdullah was the only other averaging in double figures points per game with 15.5 points a game. So they just need a little more help on the offensive ends in this second window if they can get it. Bahrain are a talented group, but as are Iraq, and they've got a fairly expectant fan base, and they will not be entirely satisfied at the moment with where Iraq find themselves in this group standing. They know there's plenty of time still to turn this around. Tabor Al-Dori was giving an interview for Iraq, and he said that he is very confident that they have the talent at their disposal to bounce back impressively in this second window.
Ahmed goes number 6. Okay. Jihad, you go American, and you, Hussein, go with let me start first offense one, okay? Hey, change direction.
So just trying to listen in to the final few words from the respective coaches here. So here we go then, we've waited many months for this. February earlier this year, the first window started. Of course, it was just, what, 3 or 4 weeks before the COVID-19 pandemic really started to hit hard over the world. But we are delighted to be back. It is Iraq up against Bahrain. And it is Bahrain who control the tip. Hamouda throws it out. First three-pointer goes up, can't get it to go. Rebound by Al-Zuhairi. This is the man to keep an eye on, Demario Mayfield. He will look to try and run things both ends of the floor for Iraq. Can't make that jumper. Rebound by Chester Giles. Said he's probably the key man to look out for Bahrain here today. It's good penetration, managed to get himself underneath, drew the foul. So first trip to the line. So Ibrahim off target with both of them. 100% from the stripe in his first two games of the window in February. It's Mayfield's. A little fortunate there that the loose ball found its way to an Iraq shirt. Still can't make the three-point shot. It's Khaled. Way off target. Rebounds brought down by Talib. He's lost it, but he's once again a little lucky to be able to get hold of it and then just about cross the half court in time. Demario Mayfield. That's a beautiful bounce pass underneath. He makes it on the reverse and one. Very good from Hussein Talib. Check out this little dish to him, though. Foul goes on Mohamed Khaled. So a chance for a three-point play for Hussein Talib. Just comes up short with the free throw. Haji. Ibrahim. Khaled lines it up. No good. Both sides just lacking a little bit of rhythm early on here. Nazwari needs some help. Wanted to try and feed it into Mayfield. In the end, throws it away. It's a pretty cheap turnover, and now the fast break down the other end. And another chance for a three-point play. This time, Mohamed Khaled. Don't think Talib is particularly happy with the call. Feels as though there wasn't a huge amount he could have done there. Either way, we'll head to the line. Again, can't get it to go. Bahrain have got the offensive rebound, though, so a chance for another three here. Comes up short. Talib, once again, second time already in this game, has his head on his hands. If to say he can't quite believe the call. So Talib checks out of the game. 14-second reset here for Bahrain. Catch and shoot and make. So first 3 points are made by Mohamed Ibrahim. Mohamed Khaled with the assist. Mayfield looking to try and get going, which he does. Demario Mayfield, nice jumper for him. Exactly what Iraq want to see. Try and get Demario Mayfield as hot as they possibly can early on in a nice rhythm. And they've got the steal here, and now it's a 2v1. It's Mayfield. Mayfield goes himself and gets it to fall. Mayfield's up to 4. 2 for 2 from the fields. Cabates. Another cheap turnover from Bahrain, and Iraq can try and punish them once again. Into Mayfield now. Al-Nazwari. Comes out and sets the screen. It's good work off the pick and roll. Throws it back outside. He had the spare man in the corner there, decided to throw up the jumper himself, couldn't get it to go. Rebounds brought down by Mohamed Hamouda. This penetration here, it's a nice little pop off as well. Couldn't get it to go. There's about 4 Iraq shirts around him, excuse me. And now Demario Mayfield. Mayfield out to the corner. 2 Bahrain players all round him. The pass around the back, the kick back outside. Oh, would have been a really nice team play. The offensive rebound, though. That's good work from Iraq. Chester Giles called on the foul. So Al-Zahari at the stripe. A couple of free throws coming up. Yet to see a free throw go in either side. Makes the second one. Mohamed Hamouda. Now Ibrahim. Made that three-pointer just a minute or so ago. Mid-range jumper comes up way short. They have got the offensive rebound. It's Hamouda. Hamouda is fouled. So Hamouda makes the first. And the second, so we're all tied up. 7 points each, just under halfway through this opening quarter. Demario Mayfield draws the foul here. We'll get another 14 seconds here, Iraq. Abdul Kader. He'll just try and control things for Iraq today. Abdul Kader is a tricky player. Now Demario Mayfield, a three from a long way out. He knew that the shot clock was counting down, and that'll be a turnover, 24-second violation for Iraq. They've Of course, are down as the home side today, even though they are playing in Bahrain. Hamouda again. It's a nice pass from Mohamed Hamouda. Just couldn't get it to go, though. And now the fast break is on here for Iraq. Drives inside, and makes the two. He's done well to get that to fall in traffic there. Al-Zuhairi. Assist for Ali Ismail. Hamouda, nicely done. Abdul Qadir again. Out to the corner. Little up fake from Mayfield. Now he throws it up one-handed. Good finish from Demario Mayfield. He's had a good opening quarter here. 6 points for him. It's good defense. Chance again here for Iraq. That's good work, though, in transition. Managed to just about tip that one out of bounds. Did Mohamed Hamouda. So Ali Hamad has headed to the bench for Iraq. As has Demario Mayfield. Mohamed Kaved has also checked out for Bahrain with Chester Giles. Nathan Issa and Suba Azam on the floor. There's Abdul Qadir. Trying to go to work himself, but he's got two Bahrain shirts all over him. And that's good defense. So they've got 7 seconds here. Trying to shoot over the defense. Tricky shot, can't get it to go. Now the fast break is on for Bahrain. It's about 4 against 1, and he forgot to take the ball with him. Bit of a let-off there for Iraq. And here they come down the other end of the floor, looking for their first 3. Here's Akbar. 2.5 minutes to go in this opening quarter. Azam drives to the baseline, throws it back outside. And I think he's stepped out of bounds, so Bahrain will turn it over. So Iraq with 2-point lead. And a timeout has been called by Bahrain. 2 minutes and 23 seconds to go in this opening quarter.
We've given up 2 transition points.
Yeah, not too happy in that timeout, was he? Just saying that there's too many unforced errors at the moment. Try and look after the ball a little bit better. Only 2 points down. Two minutes, 23 seconds to go in this opening quarter, and they've done really well straight out of that. Managed to get the offensive rebound as well. Fouled on his way up. And he'll head to the line and shoot a couple, Al-Kafaji. big unit is Mohamed Al-Kafaji in the centre spot. 2'9" or 6'10". Yeah, just about gets the roll. So Iraq lead by 4. Here's Hamouda. His foot just on the line. Well, he's made it. Now I think it's a 3 that's been called. So Sarhan with his first 3 brings Bahrain back to 1. Just over a minute and a half to go. Abdelkader trying to weave his way through, draws the foul. Yeah, free throws haven't been particularly impressive from either side so far today. Bahrain down at 40%, Iraq at about 60%. Go coast to coast here, draws the foul, or very nearly makes it as well. That would have been something if he'd thrown that one up and in. So Al-Kafaji, the man who's called on the foul. Good aggressive penetration from Hesham Sarhan. So Sarhan heads to the line. Try and level this ball game up once again with just about 90 seconds to go in this opening quarter. Nice impact since coming off the bench here. Hesham Sarhan, 5 points for him. 14 points all. Nearly was able to steal that one, Hamouda. Mayfield did well. Drives back inside, difficult shot, doesn't get the roll. Defensive rebound by Subha Azam. A chance here for Bahrain to take the lead. Issa. It's a nice pass underneath, and in traffic can't get it to go, but was fouled. Not happy with the call. May have just got a finger or hand to the eye there on his way up. Good stuff from Chester Giles. Knew exactly what he wanted to do as soon as the ball reached him there, Chester Giles. So another trip to the foul line. So Bahrain lead by 2 inside the final 60 seconds of this opening quarter. Here's Abdelkader for Iraq. Coming into this 0-2, remember, Iraq. So this one really important just for confidence. And he stepped out of bounds. Cheap turnover. Ball back in the hands of Bahrain. Chance to increase this lead. Beautiful little bounce pass. Oh, yeah, thrown back in. Great work from Chester Giles. He is such a force on both ends of the floor. So another timeout is called. It's Bahrain who lead by 4.
What the fuck you two guys will do? Why you give him ball to organize? Second team. They might play now, but they will play press. So we play our touchdown, right? Okay. So we have a Mohammed here. And a Bauer. Ismail. We have a you here. You make inbound, okay? No. We have a Hamza will be making inbound.
So Bahrain just found their stride. It's a bit of a slow start, the first 6 or 7 minutes of this opening quarter, but the last couple seem to have found a little bit more rhythm. Not entirely sure what this conversation is about, but either way, it is Bahrain who have a 4-point lead, 18 points to 14. We've got 25 and a bit seconds to go. Now Demario Mayfield. Mayfield's already got 6 points personal. He's 3 for 4 from the field. Comes out, sets the screen. Nice pass out to the corner. Little up fake. Nice pass onto the baseline and an easy 2. It's a nice play from Iraq. Bahrain have got about a second to get this one away. Throws it up from the half court. Can't get it to fall. And the buzzer goes to signify the end of this opening quarter. It was a tight one. We thought it was going to be tight, but it is Bahrain who lead Iraq 18 points to 16. So let's just have a little look at the stats. You can see Iraq shooting the 2 much better than Bahrain. 60% compared to just 30%. Iraq struggling from 3-point range, though, at the moment. Yet to make one. So we'd like that to improve. Let's just have a little look at some of the first quarter highlights. So that's what we saw in the opening quarter. Don't forget, I should say, to download the app, FIBA Asia Cup 2021. It'll guide you through the rest of this window and also the rest of the tournament. Of course, the final qualifying window in February. Pass to Giles. Giles did well just to keep his hands on that one. Kicks it out into the corner. And he makes the 2. Perfect start to this second quarter for Bahrain. It's Mayfield's. And Mayfield has been called on the offensive foul, so Iraq will turn it over. And you can see from the facial expression of Demario Mayfield that he's not too happy with that call. Here's Kawed into Issa. Issa drives in on another one. It's Chester Giles once again. What a start to this game he has had. 2 big highlight plays already for him. The lead is 6, the lead is growing. Yeah, they're just getting a little bit careless here. Iraq. Just didn't quite take advantage of the slow start that Bahrain had either. Now they find themselves 6 points behind. Bahrain in possession again. Throws up the little teardrop. That is beautifully done. Banks it in. Ahmed Haji. His first points of the game. Lead is up to 8. Mario Mayfield has it stolen away, and here comes Mohamed Hamouda, who makes the layup. And this is just a nightmare start to this second quarter for Iraq. They just have not started here. And perhaps unsurprisingly, a timeout has been called. As Bahrain get off to an 8-0 run to start us off in this second quarter.
Will be here, right? And we go this screen, use the screen, okay? If nothing happens, we will pass to Di Mario like this line. You know?
So a little bit of work to do here for Iraq. Yet to get going. Early start of this second quarter. And they're a little bit sloppy as well at the end of that first quarter as well. And they trail by 10 now, 26 points to 16. 8-0 run for Bahrain to start off this second quarter. Here goes Mayfield's. Bucket won't count. Mario Mayfield again. Mayfield, that's a nice pass. And makes the 2. So, first points of this second quarter for Iraq. Ali Ismail making the layup. He's got 4 points personal. Kawed's a little lucky to keep possession there. Kawed, and they just can't miss right now, Bahrain. Another one goes down. Kawed up to 4. To Mario Mayfield. Mayfield comes inside, just an open lane for him to run into. Hamouda now. Again, it's the Iraq players who don't look too happy with a couple of the calls that are coming. I'm really sure that Al-Zahari can have too many complaints about that. So trip to the foul line for Mohamed Hamouda. Mohamed Ibrahim is back on the floor for Bahrain. Mohamed Hamouda has checked out. Comes up short. Did well to keep their focus there, Iraq. Grab the rebounds. And Mayfield. Mayfield throws it out of bounds. Just no chemistry there right now for this Iraq team. Six turnovers for Iraq so far today. Still yet to make a three-point shot as well. It's a lovely pass into Hamouda, who makes the two. They just keep doing what they're doing right now. No good. Last touch was off Ismail. Again, doesn't look too happy with the call. Let's have another look here. Yeah, it looked as though it did come off Ismail last. I think they got that one right, the officials. They have got the steal here, though, Iraq. How can they capitalize on that? Mayfield, nice pass. Draws the foul. And we'll head to the line and shoot a couple. Well, every one of these crucial right now for Iraq. So they look to try and just reduce the deficit. Trail by 10. They got the offensive rebound. No, they haven't. That's good, strong play off the glass there. And look at this, trying to go coast to coast here and makes the layup. Really good play from Mohamed Kawaid. The lead is up to 12. Mayfield now. 4 for 5 from the field today. Demario Mayfield needs help. Zahari, shot clock is down to 3. All the time in the world to make the 3, but comes up way short. Now the fast break on again here for Bahrain. Good transitional defense from Iraq. Plenty of numbers back. Drives inside. Bahrain will keep it. So timeout called from Bahrain. They lead 33 points to 21 here. Just over 5 minutes to go in this second quarter.
shoot the ball because they make layup every time. Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3. Defense.
Yeah, not a happy camp right now. This Iraq team trailing by 12, just over 5 minutes to go in the first half. Bahrain in possession as well, so a chance to try and increase that lead. Hasn't got with it. It's good work from Mayfield, although the loose ball has just found its way straight back into our Bahrain hands. Khaled now. Khaled shooting the three, comes up way short. Defensive rebound, and Demaria Mayfield can lead the counter. So much time here. Uncontested three. Actually shoots an air ball. Managed to find an Iraq shirt, though. Jinking and jiving his way through. Couldn't make the two. Will head to the line and shoot two. So Ibrahim called on his first foul. Again, the Iraq free throws not finding their mark. Ali Ismail misses the first. Just about makes the second. Here's Hamoda. Steps out of bounds. Seen that 2 or 3 times already today. Mohamed Hamoda on this occasion. It's Demaria Mayfield. Turn it over here, Iraq. Foul has gone on Ali Hamad. Does not look happy. Let's have a look here. Yeah, maybe just holding the arm. Play it again. Chester Giles throws it back outside. The three is on the way. Comes up short. Offensive rebound, though. No, it's not. Foul is called on Hamuda. Yeah, just had a little piece of that right arm, didn't he? Try and prevent him bringing down that rebound. With a sweat on the floor that just needs dealing with. 4 minutes to go in this first half. Bahrain in control, leading by 11. Obviously, something has been said here. So the referees just want to clear this up. Hopefully be able to just have another look at what the issue was. Either way, it will be a couple of shots for Ali Hamad. Here is Kawait. Long jumper gets it to go. Great response from Bahrain. Again, an uncontested three. They're just not making the most of them, Iraq. That's 3 or 4 that they've had now. Completely wide open three-point shots and not really even getting close, which is the worry for Iraq. Mario Mayfield charged inside, kicks it back out. Good defense again from Bahrain, back in the hands of Mayfield. And the foul has been called. Doesn't look too happy to see Chester Giles. So Demario Mayfield at the line. Plays his club basketball in Holland now. As Demario Mayfield, he plays for Heroes Den Bosch. Really nicely done from Mamoda, just slightly heavy-handed under the hoop, can't get it to go. And this is where Iraq really need to capitalise. They've got the miss, can they make down the other end? Here is Abdul Kader. Oh, just about. Okay, well, they've got that lead back to a single-digit game. 8 points the lead for Bahrain. Three-point shot on the way, and this is what Bahrain are doing that Iraq simply aren't. Iraq really struggling from three-point range so far in this game. They're still yet to make one. Bahrain aren't exactly shooting the lights out from beyond the arc, but in comparison to Iraq, they kind of are. Trying to lay that one up and in, high off the glass. Another call that Iraq aren't too happy with. So an 11 points advantage at the moment for Bahrain. 2 minutes to go in the first half here. Ibrahim just waiting for the screen to come, which it did. Oh, and it's another three-pointer. Mohamed Ibrahim knocks it down. He is up to 9. He is 3 for 4 from the field so far. And Bahrain have their biggest lead of the game so far, up to 14. Here is Abdul Kader. Mayfield looking to try and reduce that by 3, but Mayfield is off target. Now Bahrain on the fast break, great bounce pass. Just crowded out. Has another go, Mohamed Hamouda. Still somehow Bahrain in possession. Another open 3 from the top of the key, can't get it to fall. And this time Iraq are able to bring down the defensive rebound, and now Abdul Kader down the other end of the floor, no good, and did well to bring down the rebound and also pass it off before going out of bounds, and went all the way. Mohamed Hamouda is up to 8, and this lead is growing and growing here. Worrying times for Iraq, find themselves 16 points down with 40 seconds to go in the first half. Mayfield, Abdul Kader. Can they finally make a three-point shot? No, they can't, but he was fouled. So it will be free throws coming up. So Ali Hamad at the line. Another one that goes astray for them. There's confirmation there that Ibrahim has been called on his second foul today. It's the second. We'll have one more. Of course, he was shooting the 3 when he was fouled. So it makes 2 of the 3. 30 seconds to go. Moda helps it on. Just trying to take as much time out of this possession as they can. Makes the little fade away to Mohamed Hamouda, and then down the other end of the floor, just couldn't quite get the roll. Really fast break from Iraq. So it'll be another trip to the stripe for Ali Hamad. Seconds, pulls up, gets it away, just can't get the roll, and the buzzer goes. And that is a pretty perfect first half if you're a Bahrain fan. They have taken full advantage of the home court advantage that they have here today, even though technically it is supposed to be a home game for Iraq. But at half-time, it's Iraq 31, Bahrain 45. Well, here are the stats then. 56% from two-point range for Iraq, but 0 for 9 from three-point range. Bahrain 4 for 11 so far today. So that is something that is really hurting Iraq right now. They are being heavily out-rebounded as well. 25 rebounds to just 15. 7 turnovers apiece. So it's pretty obvious where the improvements need to come from Iraq. That three-point shot, and also they need to crash the boards a lot better than they are doing. I'll leave you with the first half highlights. Make sure you're back with us in 10 minutes time or so for the second half here.
defense. Quick pass over to Maciejewski. And over the shoulder pass. What about that, folks? Beautiful play by Maciejewski and finished by Hosseinzadeh. Wow. Back down. Herrera instead looks for the pass. Oh, what a play! Abu Hawass floats along the back door and throws it down.
Run this weave now to the high post. Quick move. But the rejection from Mayouk. Lebanon in transition now. Mayouk goes up high with the exclamation point. Runs the floor. Great play from his point guard. Better job that time and a nice pass. Washington on the finish. Well, Stinnett beat the pressure, found Washington on the cut.
Everything. Got to go early enough to get the rebound. Steps inside. The three to win it. It's good! From the corner. Shanahan makes the three.
So welcome back, everyone, to the Khalifa Sports City here in Manama. We are focusing on Group D in the FIBA Asia Cup qualifiers. And Iraq taking on Bahrain. Of course, here in Bahrain, all the matches in Group D in this window will take place here in Bahrain. Of course, that is to try and create a tournament bubble to try and ensure the health and safety of all the teams and the players. It means that they just don't have to travel across borders and into different countries, which is obviously a good idea. So the next and final window take place in February next year, where hopefully there'll be a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel by that stage in terms of the global pandemic. There's not too much light at the end of the tunnel here, mind you, for Iraq, because they are up against Bahrain here, and at half-time they are struggling. It is one-way traffic in the direction of Bahrain. 45 points to 31 is the lead. They led by as many as 16 at one stage, did Bahrain. Iraq's biggest lead, 4. It was actually a pretty close opening quarter as well. Bahrain led by just 2 at the end of one. It was 18 points to 16, but they then got off to an 8-0 run to start off the second quarter, did Bahrain, and really didn't look back thereafter. So they outscored Iraq by 12 in that second quarter, and that is why they have a lead of 14 as we are just about to start the third. Let's try and listen in here.
Our first play, guys. Our first play, KK. Okay? We're going to work this dribble out. Okay? Work the dribble out. Set that back screen. Okay? Wait for it. Let him get down there. We want to get the ball to him. On his catch, go ahead and dive, Amir. All right? You can go ahead and cut through. Our one's going to be here with the spaced out. Okay? If it's not there.
Well, I'm sure he had a few stern words to say in the changing room there during the half-time break. Just never really got going in that first half, did Iraq. Still yet to make a three-point shot, remember, as well. Iraq, Demario Mayfield led the way. He's got 10 points, 4 for 6 from the field, so he's actually shooting the ball pretty well. Just need to try and get him a few more good looks here. 14 points down, Iraq to start us off in the second half. Got to start better in this third quarter. Open look from the foul line. Can't get it to go. Defensive rebounds into the hands of Haji. Yeah, referee spotted the foul. So foul has gone on Ali Hamad. Defense from Hamad's forcing a really difficult look, but it doesn't matter. Still knocks it down. He's had a good game, Mohamed Kawaid. He's up to double digits personal. He's 5 for 7 from the field. Beautiful little step back jumper that over the defense as well. They've got another miss down the other end of the floor as well. So they've got their joint biggest leads of the game so far, Bahrain. 16, can they make it 18? No, they can't. Rebound by Ali Ismail. So Al-Kafaji with the 2. Kaved again. And just to draw the foul. So Demario Mayfield called on his second. Well, certainly in the first half, they questioned quite a lot of the decisions, did Iraq. They weren't too happy with what the officials were calling. A few protests there as well. So Bahrain have kept it. They'll have another 14 seconds. Haji. Thought about throwing up the three. Mohamed Ebrahimi's had a good game so far, as Ebrahimi's got 9 points. 3 for 5 from the field. Just leading with the elbow there, Chester Giles, so he's called on the offensive foul. Turnover for Bahrain. This time it's CJ who's not too happy with the call. Abdul Kader to try and orchestrate things. A good pass and a good finish as well, that under pressure. Making the layup with his left hands. And now they've thrown it away, so this is what Iraq want. Got the stop, now can they make down the other end of the floor? Abdul Kader's a lovely pass and an easy two for Al-Kafaji. And you can see just trying to get them going here. Al-Kafaji knows that it's been a slow start, a slow game for them up until this point. They've got the lead back to 10. And Bahrain call timeout.
David Mir, you got to go on 15 now. Listen there, easy. You got 15. Okay? Z, you're matching up on the 4. Okay? 1, 2, 3. First time down, guys. Let's go C. All right? Let's go C. You're the corner. Let's Zaman's got the ball in the hand. 2 and 3.
So a much more positive start for Iraq in this third quarter. Come out much quicker, outscoring Bahrain 6 points to 2 so far. They've cut that deficit to just 10 points now. Seems to be a little bit of an increase in intensity for Iraq. Drives inside, oh, it's a little lucky to keep hold of that one, but then throws up an air ball. Demario Mayfield able to get onto the loose ball. Chance again here for Iraq to just keep eating into this lead. Abdul Kader does well. Demario Mayfield. Thought he'd thrown it away, but I think it just hit the foot of Kaved there. Yeah, it did. Happy to give him the 3 if he wants it. Comes up way short on the long 2. Hamoda with the rebounds. Here's Hamouda. Nice pass. Open look in the corner. No good, and just about able to prevent it going behind. So another chance for Iraq to try and make it a single-digit game once again. 47 points to 37. Iraq so desperately in need of a win after losing their first 2 games in qualifying all the way back in February, and that is a cheap turnover. That is what they cannot afford to do. And it's going to be thrown down by Mohamed Hamoda. The Hail Mary pass all the way down the floor, and oh, that's a tough break for Kaveh, just came off his foot and trickles out of bounds, so a little bit of respite for Iraq. Mayfields. Al-Nazwari. And Demario Mayfield just really heat up here in the second half. Mayfield thought about the shot, instead sees Al-Nazwari in plenty of space, and finally Iraq have made a three-point shot. It's taken them just over 4 minutes in the third quarter to make one. But Ahmed Al-Nazwari, the man who does knock it down. And it brings Iraq down to just a 9-point deficit now. It's good work, manages to make the layup as well. Just pretty relentless right now, Bahrain. Just keep coming back, making it look pretty easy, not forcing anything. Just getting good looks and knocking them down. Al-Nazwari back in that left corner. Couldn't get the three away there. He's fouled, or couldn't make the two, but will head to the line and shoot two. And again, every free throw just so important here for Iraq. Can't get it to go. Oh, very nearly grabbed the offensive rebound, but last touch was off Iraq, so Bahrain will get it back. An 11-point lead, just under 5 minutes to go in this third quarter. Turn it over again here. Bahrain. Foul called on Hesham Sahan. A little bit of a push out with that left hand. So Sahan called on his second. Great pass, just completely left alone underneath. You can't afford to do that with Mohamed Al-Kafaji. So he's up to double digits personal. The lead is back to 9. It's a great little pass and find underneath. Mohamed Hamouda up to 7. Lead is back up to 11. Al-Qadir, Al-Nazwari's already made one 3-point shot from that range. Now comes a little more central, can't knock it down. Offensive rebound though. Here's Abdul Qadir trying to turn and throw in that left-hand jump hook, but can't get it to fall. And just to draw the foul, Mohamed Ibrahim. A really efficient game today. Ibrahim 4 for 6 from the fields for his 11 points. Kawade. Nicely done from Kawade, and he's fouled on his way up. Will shoot 2. Nice little disguise. I think everyone thought that he was just going to pass it into Hamoda. Decided to go himself. Double teamed on his way up. Kawade, another one who's had a good game so far. 11 points now. 5 for 7 from the field for him. 3 rebounds and 4 assists as well. Really active on both ends of the floor. Stretching the lead again, Bahrain. Just when you thought Iraq were beginning to make inroads, lead is back up to 13. Abdul Qadir tries to drive inside, gets the roll and 1. So a chance for a 3-point play here. So Kawade called on his second foul. And does. Much needed 3-point play from Ali Ismail. Brings that lead back down to 10. Trying to make it 13 again, which they do. Matem Issa knocks down the 3. They have just been so much more efficient from beyond the arc today, have Bahrain. Iraq have struggled all day long. They've still only made 1. Mayfield's trying to make it a second 3. No good. So Issa called on the foul. The lead is 12, 2.5 to go in this third quarter. Sarhan throws it away, got the turnover. Mario Mayfield towards. Foul is called from on Hamoda. The rim was just about to explode on his way up there. Al-Zuhairi. So it's his 4th foul, Hamoda, so he's got to be a little careful now. So unsurprisingly, just heads to the bench. Chance to get Iraq once again back to within 10. They could just be within single digits going into the final quarter. I think Iraq will think, well, do you know what? We've been nowhere near our best in this game, but we still have a really good chance of winning it. Makes them both from the line, so it is a 10-point game. Issa has already made 1 3 just a moment or so ago. Issa. It's good ball movement, this from Bahrain. The shot clock is counting down to 2, though. Off target, had to force the shot. It's a good defensive play from Iraq. So a chance to get it into a single-digit game again. Mario Mayfield. That's a nice pass and an easy 2. And it is an 8-point game. Ali Hamads. Now Kawe trying to twist his way through. Can't make the 2, but was fouled on his way up. And will head to the line. Khaled continues his good game. He's up to 14 now. Here's Abdul Kader. Just over a minute to go in this third quarter. Iraq still hopeful, and they knock down the 3. Now they've not been within 7 for a while. They're just beginning to heat up from 3-point range as well. Great news for them heading into the final quarter here. Cavades pulls up, thought about the fadeaway 2, decided against it. Oh, nearly threw it away to Mario Mayfield. Just couldn't quite intercept that one. No good. Hamad with the rebounds. Chance to make it just a 4-point game. Air ball. So we've got 27 seconds left in this third quarter. Bahrain leading by 7, 60 points to 53. The lead has been as big as 16. There's about a 3-second difference between the shot and the game clock here. Kabe just trying to slow things down, waits for the screen to come, which it does. Kicks it out to the corner, just about kept it inbounds. Shot clock is counting down here, just 3 seconds left on it, and that is a good defensive possession from Iraq. And they will have about 4.5 seconds here to try and finish off this third quarter in style and get back to within a 4 or 5-point game. To Mario Mayfield. Can he throw it up? Yes, he can. Can't get it to go, but it's tipped back. And it is just a 5-point lead heading into the final quarter. That is a really good response from Iraq. Bahrain looked in control for the majority of that third quarter, but as it went on, Iraq just began to find their best stuff. And after 3, it's Bahrain 60, Iraq 55. Well, the one noticeable thing for Iraq is the 3-point percentage that is still only 14%, but it was 0% before that quarter, so they made a couple of threes. That always just ignites things as well. Great resilience so far being shown from Iraq, and they will fancy their chances of pulling off the win now heading into the final quarter. 5 points down. one of the great things we love about this sport is just how quickly things can change, how quickly the pressure can change, and that is a pretty obvious offensive foul straight out of the gun here in this final quarter. Entirely sure what he was thinking here, Hamouda. Iraq have just been behind the 8 ball pretty much right from the start of the second quarter. All of a sudden, a quick little run towards the end of that third quarter has got them right back in touch here. Just came up short. Need to get off to a good start as well in this final quarter as well, Iraq. Can't afford to go double digits down again and try and fight their way back. They've already done so on one occasion, trailed by as many as 16. No good. Demario Mayfield with the rebounds. 2 against 2 for the time being. Great bounce pass from Mayfield as well. And that is going to count. Goaltending called. So the first points of this final quarter do go the way of Iraq. So it is a one-possession game. Great pass. Comes up way short. They've just lost a little bit of rhythm in their shooting here, Bahrain. And here come Iraq once again, trying to get within 1 point of Bahrain. And again, goaltending calls. So the bucket will count once more, and Iraq are back within 1 point. What a run this has been. Bahrain, I'd imagine, just feeling a little bit scrambled right now. Open look at a 3. Important shot this. Can't get it to go again. They have got the offensive rebound, though. Now a chance from the other corner. No good. Another offensive rebound. Good work on the glass, this from Bahrain, and in the end, they are awarded. Chester Giles, as he so often does, just causing havoc on the glass. Double digits for rebounds today, Chester Giles. There's one for Mohamed Hamoda. Oh, it's beautiful. Now that looked a little more rhythmical. They needed it as well. Mohamed Ebrahimi has been one of the bright sparks for Bahrain today. He's up to 14 as the three-point shot goes. And an early timeout in this final quarter has been called. Bahrain leading 65 points to 59. Well, Iraq could close the gap to 1. It is now a 6-point game once again. 3-point shot just before the timeout from Mohamed Ibrahim, an important one for Bahrain, just to get their confidence back again. Oh, and thought they'd got the steal there as well. Instead, a foul is called. And we'd love to hear your thoughts as well. Get in touch with us, hashtag FIBA Asia Cup. Download the app as well that is available to you. We'll guide you through the rest of the qualifiers and also the competition proper. Is Mayfield. Mayfield drives to the baseline, kicks it back out. Good ball movement. This from Iraq. The shot clock is counting down. I think he should have just shot the 3 when he had the chance. And now Issa. 3 is on the way. The 3 is good. Mohamed Ibrahim once again, like a dagger to the heart for Iraq. Back-to-back 3s for Ibrahim. And that lead is back up to 9. Not for the first time today, just when you thought that Iraq were beginning to make inroads, they got to a 1-point deficit. And then Bahrain find their best stuff once again. Another turnover there for travelling for Ali Hamad. So just like that, it could well be a double-digit lead once more for Bahrain. Oh, what a pass that is. Thrown down by Chester Giles. And Bahrain are beginning to flow again. It is an 11-point game. How quickly things can change. Mayfield, nice pass. Last touch was off Bahrain, so Iraq will keep it. Just over 6.5 minutes to go. And they need yet another big comeback here. Mario Mayfield. Mayfield out to the corner, open 3, needed it, gets it. Just what Iraq needed. Get the lead back to 8. So both of these two sides play again on Sunday, so they'll have a couple of days rest. Gets the layup with the left hand. Bahrain are up against India. And Iraq also playing on Sunday. They are taking on Lebanon. Lebanon, who had a big win over India in this group earlier on. Of course, all the games will still be played here in Bahrain. So no travel or anything needed for the players. So a chance just for the coaches to get them together here. This is what we've just seen from Mario Mayfield, just making that pull-up jumper. Officials just having a little look at what they want the call to be. So foul has been called on Mohamed Kaveda. He's been called on a technical. So Mario Mayfield knocks down the free throw. Possession again here for Iraq. 9-point game, just under 6 minutes to go. It's good defense from Bahrain. Isa. To Giles. That's a poor pass from Chester Giles. Not quite sure what he was hoping for there. So Iraq in possession again. Chance to try and reduce this lead. Abdul Qadir, the no-look pass. And again, such a good bounce pass. Oh, he just couldn't quite handle it, but they've been able to keep hold of the ball here, Iraq. Oh, and really should have done better. Ali Ismail, that right-hand jump hook, nowhere near it. Isha, such a good pass. Thrown down with two hands from CJ Giles. Giles up to 14 points personal. So Isha is called on his 4th foul. So he's another one who's just got to be a little careful. Bahrain in the penalty now. No more fouls to give. Iraq still have a few to give, so it's good news for them. Mario Mayfield at the line here, looking to try and make it a single-digit game once again. So many ebbs and flows you feel to this game. So 9-point game, still plenty of time left as well in this one. Just over 4.5 minutes. Great pass, kicked it outside. Look at the three, right on the buzzer and gets it to go. Oh, they needed that, Bahrain. Mohamed Hamoda, just to give them that breathing space once again. And the lead is back up to 12. Timeout has been called here from Iraq. Well, has that three from Mohamed Hamoda, just taking the wind out of the sails of Iraq. It's back to a 12-point game. Got to hand it to Bahrain. Every time they've been put under pressure, they've managed to find a response. They've managed to find their best basketball when it's mattered. Out to the corner, looking to respond with a three, which they do. Just about game management now for Bahrain. Can they close this one out? Let's play sensible. Keep hold of it, try and take a little bit of the sting out of the game. Here's Ibrahim. Oh, I think he stepped out of bounds. It's a bit of a gift of a turnover. So just over 3.5 minutes to go. Bahrain leading Iraq by 9 points, 77 points to 68. Now Iraq going 0-3 to start off the qualifiers. This was such an important game for them. And at the moment, it looks as though they're going to come out on the losing end once again. Ibrahim had such a good game. Mohamed Ibrahim, 19 points for him, 7 for 10 from the field. Kicks it out, the three is on the way, no good. Offensive rebound by Giles. No, it's not, he's stepped out of bounds. I hope he's okay here. Just looks like it might be the right knee for Mohamed Hamoda, so he is just going to head to the bench. I'd be surprised if we see him again for the next 3 minutes or so. Here's Abdul Qadir for Iraq. Mayfield, it's a really good pass. And the foul is called on Giles. So that's his 5th. So Giles is fouled out. So that is the last of Chester Giles that we'll see today. Good game though, 12 points for him. Yeah, they just need every one of these. And they miss both. That is just what they cannot afford. Cowes. Need a stop desperately here, Iraq. Oh, and they have. They've got the steal. Good defensive possession from Iraq. Just about able to keep hold of it. Now Abdul Qadir. Open look at the three. Oh, if that had gone in, then really would have been something. 6-point game, but instead it stays at 9. They've got another turnover, though. Another steal for Iraq. Demario Mayfield throws in the little up fake, shoots the three, can't get it to go. And they are able to get the defensive rebounds. Drives into the baseline, loses it on his way up. It's another miss here for Bahrain. A little bit sloppy the last 60 seconds or so. Demario Mayfield. Kader, open three from the top of the key, can't get it, grabs his own rebound, drives in. Makes the 2 and 1. So a chance of a three-point play here to try and get that lead back to 6. Ali Ismail, the man who's made it. Don't know whether he's just got injured as well in the process. He's finally getting to his feet, which is good news. Looks okay. So big free throw coming up here. Try and get it back to a 6-point game. 1 minute and 21 seconds to go. There was a little bit of confusion there just before he threw it. I think a few of them thought that it was 2 shots coming up. Of course, it is only 1. You could just hear the Bahrain coach there saying obviously 1 shot. He made the 2 and he was fouled as he made the 2. Quite sure what the deliberation is here. So Bahrain will get possession again. 7-point lead. 1 minute and 21 seconds to go. And Bahrain have called timeout here.
We got 1 minute and 21 seconds to win this game. This is our game. This is our game. All we got to do is get a score here and play solid defense. No foul. Come on, hey, let's get the ball in, and we're going to go open. Amir, I want you all the way out in the corner. Leave the floor open, all right? Whoever's got the ball, drive toward the next guy, pass, fake the pass, try to go to the rim, pass, and then try to get to the rim. All we're doing is running a circle until we can get to the rim. Hey, the floor is wide open. Amir's in this corner, right? Amir, but all the way out. I don't want you to start on the beat.
So an encouraging timeout for Bahrain. All they've got to do is make a score and then play solid defense. That was the word to them. Easier said than done, of course. 1 minute and 21 seconds to go. Bahrain leading by 7. Yeah, more of a delay here. So Khaled will inbound. Raqqa still got a foul to give as well. Need to bear that in mind. Sahan drives in, can't get it to go. Oh, very nearly an offensive rebound. Well, they do have it, but didn't hit the rim, so they didn't get the reset. So just what Iraq wanted out of that timeout. They've got the miss. Now can they start to apply pressure once again here on Bahrain? To Mario Mayfield. Mayfield drives in. Last touch was off Hamouda. Or was it? He seems fairly convinced that it wasn't. Let's have a look here. Hard to tell from that angle. Hamouda has been called on the foul, so Mayfield to the line, 53 seconds to go. Yep, makes them both. Back to 5. It's a big possession coming up right now for Bahrain. If Iraq can get a stop, they will certainly start believing once again. Pressing right up the court here. Mohamed Khaled. Khaled throws it back out to the corner. Now Hamouda. And Hamouda is fouled. Can't have too many complaints about that. Al-Khafaji. So I think they just want another look here on the video monitor. I don't know whether they're just having a look whether this was an unsportsmanlike or not. Still having a look at the monitor here, the referees. Just want to make sure they've got this one absolutely right with so little time remaining in this game. Every decision could be fairly important. Here they come. Yeah, just a foul. So 2 free throws. Foul has gone on Al-Khafaji. So Hamouda will shoot 2. Yeah, makes one of the 2. Stretches the lead to 6 again. 37 seconds to go. And a timeout has been called.
Number 5, Mohammed. 4, Ali. D, like this. Teacher, like this. Hamu. inbound. Tamam mı? D. First, G and stagger for teacher. Stagger. You see? You know. Enough that Muhammad 45 degrees. Hey, if you find Hamu, if you find teacher free, teacher free. If not, kick of course. If not, Ali, D. Nothing happens.
So important possession coming up here for Iraq, trailing by 6. 37 seconds to go. Drives to the baseline, throws it out. Open look at the 3 here. If he's quick and he makes it. What a big time play that was. And it is just a 1 possession game now. 78 points to 75. There's about a 7-second difference between the shot and the game clock here. Can they get a miss? Right here, Iraq. This could be the game if they can make a 2 or a 3 here, Bahrain. Kabe drives in, can't get it to go, and last touch was off Hamoda. So Iraq get it back with 9 seconds to go. They are 3 points behind. And they have a chance here of taking this game into overtime. Need a 3. 3 seconds to go. Demario Mayfield throws it up and gets it to go. Can you believe it? 0.4 seconds to go, and Demario Mayfield makes the 3. And surely we are going to overtime. 78 each. Outrageous shot from Mayfield. I think it's his first 3 of the whole game. So a timeout has been called. 0.4 seconds left on the clock. Well, quite amazing. What a time to make the 3, your first 3 of the game for Demario Mayfield. 0.4 seconds. It's just got to be catch and shoot. It's on its way. It comes up short. And we have another 5 minutes remaining in this one. We are going to overtime. At the end of 4, it is Iraq 78, Bahrain 78. Well, only 6 3-pointers for Iraq in this whole game, but one of those came at the most crucial of moments. Demario Mayfield knocking it down with 0.4 seconds left on the clock. And to overtime we head. Well, you've got to give Iraq so much credit. They trailed by 16 points, remember, early on in that game. And then an inspired run, really, towards the back end of the third quarter and then midway through the fourth quarter. So they got back to within just a 1-point game during that fourth quarter. But then before they knew it, it was back up to a double-digit lead for Bahrain. And then they had to fight back once more. So into overtime we go. Iraq with the first possession. Here is the man, the main man, Demario Mayfields. Mayfields turns down the look at the three. Thought his confidence would be sky high after making that one at the end of the fourth. Dives inside and draws the foul. So a chance for Iraq to take the lead for the first time since the opening quarter. Biggest lead of this game has been 4 points. And that was right at the start of this game. They have been behind ever since. But misses both from the line. Here's Ibrahim. Hamouda comes out and sets the screen. Now, Hamouda into Hamouda, high up off the glass. Bahrain in front again. Demario Mayfields. 18 points for Mayfield today, 7 assists, 3 rebounds. This is pretty much where he made that 3 from right at the end of the fourth quarter. And he knocks down another one. And Iraq have the lead. Ibrahim shot the ball well today, but that was a little ambitious maybe. A long way out there. Little up fake, just resets, air ball, straight into the hands of Abdul Kader. It's a beautiful pass behind his back. The 3 is just short, and Hamouda grabs the rebounds. Now the fast break on for Bahrain. Open look here for Ibrahim. This is what he wants, and that is why he has had the hot hand today, Mohamed Ibrahim. He's up to 22 personal now. 8 for 12 from the field for Ibrahim. And it looks as though we've got another pretty nasty injury. A left leg by the looks of it. Have a look here. Did he just land a little awkwardly, possibly? Ali Hamad. Yeah, well, he's going to have to be kind of dragged off the court. Oh, and he does not look in a good way. I think it might just be cramp, you know. I don't think it's anything too serious. Pretty physical game. Been quite a long game as well. We've had a number of stoppages, and of course the fact that it now has gone to overtime as well. So we are just going to have to pause slightly whilst Ali Hamad gets some treatment. He's been carried off. Nicely done, in fact, by the Bahrain players, because didn't have to do that. Nice sportsmanship from them. So we can get underway again. Iraq trailing by 2. We've got 3 minutes to go in overtime 1. Demario Mayfield shoots the 3, makes it again. Demario Mayfield. What an end to this game he is having. It's another 3. He's up to 24. And Iraq have the lead, a 1-point lead. He's been a bit of a nuisance today, has Al-Kafaji. That's his 4th foul. So Ibrahim heads to the line. 22 points for him today. Makes them both. Bahrain back in front. I feel this game is going to be decided. A moment of magic from someone. What a pass that is. Great vision, just completely alone underneath. Lots of lead changes all of a sudden now. Ibrahim lines up the 3, gets another one to go. He's up to 27 now. Mohamed Ibrahim, what a game. He is having 9 of 13 from the fields. Abdul Qadir can't make the 2, so he finally had a miss. And now the foul goes on Abdul Qadir as well. So a chance for Bahrain to make it a 2-possession game once again. Abdul Qadir called on his 4th foul. So it makes the second 3-point game again. 1 minute, 54 seconds to go. Abdul Qadir into Mayfield. Thought about the 3, turned it down, and draws the foul. Makes them both. It's clutch from the stripe from Abdul Qadir. Thought about the steal there as well. So 1-point game again. Just under a minute and a half to go. Kaveid lines up the three, comes up way short. Iraq won't mind seeing that. Mayfields out to the corner. Oh, he stepped out of bounds. Really can't afford to do that, Kara Hamza. What a let-off that is for Bahrain. Just a gift of a turnover. Ibrahim. Out to the corner, turns down the three, drives inside and makes the layup. Good work from Mohamed Kaveid. That lead is up to 3 again. We've been here before though, haven't we? 40 seconds to go. This is the man they want on the ball. Demario Mayfield lines up the 3 but can't make this one. And now a big possession coming up for Bahrain. The foul is called on Hamza. So a chance to make it a 2-possession game here. 26 seconds to go. It's Ibrahim who's at the line. He's looked so good today. Mohamed Ibrahim, 29 points now. Makes them both. 2 important free throws for Bahrain. It gives them a 5-point lead. We've got 26 seconds to go. And a timeout is called by Iraq.
Karan, you are here, and he is here, right? We have a test. First, Hagen, wait for the screen, Ahmed. D, you go to set the screen, and Karan go for this Hagen. And I want this. Big screen for Ihab. So I leave. Is all right? Okay. I know, my back screen. Is all right? Come on, come on.
Well, have they got yet another comeback in them here, Iraq? 5 points behind. 26 seconds to go. Need a score here. And Demario Mayfield, oh, he had a completely open look at the 3 as well. Couldn't have asked for a better shot there. But in the end, the foul is drawn by Maitham Issa. Kara Hamza again is the culprit. So Issa at the line here. Maybe just to put this game out of reach for Iraq. And he makes them both. And just like that, Bahrain have a 7-point lead. It's a nice pass, easy layup to get back to within 5. Oh, he's turned it over. Good steal from Demario Mayfield, and Mayfield makes the 2. So it is a one-possession game. We've got a second to go, but that will be that. And finally, Bahrain get the job done. So many twists and turns in this one. It looked as though Bahrain was so comfortable. All credit to Iraq for causing the comeback. That magnificent last-second 3 from Demario Mayfield took us to overtime, but Bahrain regrouped and they pick up the win, 95 points to 92. So Iraq's woes in the FIBA Asia Cup qualifying continue. Played 3, lost 3 so far for Iraq. They really needed to try and turn it around in this window. Both sides shot the 2 pretty similarly. Iraq struggled from 3-point range, certainly in that first half. They didn't make a 3 in the whole first half. Did finally able to just get it going as it went on. Bahrain out-rebounded Iraq quite heavily, 49-32. And you've got to give Bahrain a huge amount of credit for the way that they were able to regroup in overtime and get the win after what happened at the end of the regulation time. So a good win for Bahrain. Iraq are back on Sunday. They take on Lebanon. Bahrain also back on Sunday. They are up against India. And you really would say it is must win for Iraq in a couple of days' time. I will leave you with the highlights from this one. And thanks for your company this evening. But for now, from all of us here in Bahrain, it's good night.
Points don't mean anything, man. The last second shot don't mean anything. We didn't win the game. So, our overall came up short. So every point I scored in the system, man, doesn't mean anything. You got to give Bahrain credit. Well-coached team, very good guys. You have a very good captain in Ibrahim. Poised throughout the whole game. Made some shots late in the game. They were able to finish.
powered up.